second episode of the BNI interview show, where we have conversations with BNI members. I am Antoine Didienne. I am a part of the Partners in Growth chapter in San Diego, and I am the owner and operator of 147 Photos. I am a wedding and family documentary photographer. And basically what we're doing is we're getting to know our network. Today, we're having a conversation with Damion Anglin, and I'll let you introduce yourself, Damion.
I'm Damion Anglin, owner of Allstate Insurance Agency. We're located about 1.5 miles east of the condemned Qualcomm Stadium. We're in the Grantville area.
Yeah.
Our agency specializes in home, auto, insurance products.
Okay. So what brought you to BNI?
What brought me to BNI? I've been in BNI now 13 years. And it's funny, when I was getting my payroll set up from the great Laura Johnson, who's still a member of our chapter, she said, "Hey, have you thought of joining the networking group?" And I said, "Actually, no. I was thinking about doing a chamber, looking at different options." And I said, "Well, let me take a look at what BNI has to offer." So I went to BNI for the first time, fell in love with our chapter, Partners in Growth. And like I said, I've been in this chapter now for 13 years, and I've created great friendships, and I love it.
So you've always been with Partners in Growth?
Always been with Partners in Growth.
Yeah. Honestly,
I don't know anything better than Partners in Growth.
I was gonna tell you, honestly, it's the same way for me. Like I've been part of the chapter for about 3 years now, and I've only ever visited one chapter. That's it. When I went to Partners in Growth for the first time, I was like, I don't think that I need to go anywhere else. These people are freaking awesome. Honestly, like that was my thought. I was like, I'm gonna go one more time just to make sure, because I have 2 visits, before I get to make a decision. I'm gonna go one more time just to make sure that this is a good place for me and that I like these people. But I generally trust my gut. I trust my my original feeling. And I was like, these are my people. These, they think like me. We have there's the same philosophy of business, as in like giver's gain, right? Which is something that I already applied in my business even before I started being at BNI. And I was like, this philosophy of doing business, of thinking about business, that's what I'm looking for.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
No, plus the amazing breakfast that we used to get before the pandemic, from Brian.
Some people only came for the breakfast, but
this was no shade to Denny's, but this was no meeting at Denny's.
I know, it was awesome.
All right, so what's your biggest challenge in business?
Well, right now, for us, being an insurance agent in California that specializes in homeowner insurance, is the wildfire issues. A lot of areas have been rezoned, and they're now wildfire hazard, and we've had an enormous amount of wildfires over the last 3 years that has caused billions of dollars to the insurance industry. And as a result, a lot of companies are pulling out of the market. They're not providing home insurance in California. A lot of companies are non-renewing home insurance, and if they are providing home insurance, the rates are astronomical. And so it makes it a challenge for when clients are buying a new home, or if they have an existing home and they're going to be non-renewed, you have to find them a new product and to be able to provide insurance for them. So it does pose some challenge, because obviously there's competition, right? So the competition may say, hey, right, the home, I lose a client for the home. In turn, they may also move their auto and their other products as well, because they get the multi-policy discounts. But the good thing is that Allstate, we have a brokering division that allow us to write homes that are in wildfire zones. Yes, you pay a higher premium, but it's nothing compared to what you would have to pay with some of the other carriers, or if you go to the California Fair Plan program, you pay much more, and it's more of like a very watered down policy that you would get. So on a monthly basis, that is been our challenge for the last, I would say, 2 years, is with the wildfire zone. But no, we're plugging along, and we're sustaining. We're retaining a good percentage of our clients who are in these wildfire zones. And I think the biggest thing is educating the clients about their coverage and the product that they have that is going to protect them in the event of a wildfire. Because until you lose your home in a wildfire, and the sentimental things that you have in your home, you can't really fathom it, right? And it's very emotional. So we've had clients, unfortunately, in the past that have lost their home in fires. and so they appreciate and understand the benefit of having a good quality policy to protect their home. So that is our ultimate challenge that we're dealing with right now. So
It's one of those things that like I'm from France, right? It's, I mean, it's obvious, you know that, but it's obvious to anybody who will watch it. The heavy accent kind of like betrays my
I
my
thought you were
origin.
from my country. I thought you were from Jamaica. Oh, see,
Yes,
come on.
very likely, very likely. No, but like, like in France, we don't have natural catastrophes like that, like wildfires and tornadoes and earthquakes and things like this. At least, where I'm from, there's very, very little chances of that happening. Um, so here, when we bought our first house, it was one of those things that I honestly, I was freaked out because I didn't know. Like, I've lived in California for 15 years. I'm used to it, but when it came time to buy my own house, I was worried about it. So it's nice to know that after learning in BNI, when you started telling us, like, for example, like places like Hamul, where we have one of our members, Mark Bush,
Yeah.
who used to live in that area, and that you were the only company that was able to insure people in that part of California. I was frankly, it was shocking to me that insurance companies were leaving that. And I was like, how do you own a home if you can't get insured? Anyways, so
Absolutely. And,
it's
and that's
really
what the
sad.
California Fair Plan is. And that's what the California Fair Plan is here for, is
Yeah,
that if you can't find insurance in the open market, they're there to provide insurance, which
yeah,
is good, but at the same time, it's at a very high cost,
yeah,
So that's where we try to come in, like I said, and try to fill that gap and give them a quality product that encompasses fire and everything under one, and
yeah,
not pay as much as you would be paying that way. And
yeah,
it's just having those solutions. And so I think not only is it a challenge, but having those solutions at the end of the day make our clients feel really good that we're able to provide that to them.
yeah. So, I mean, following that, did you have a success story that you can tell me about, like, about somebody that came to you as a new client, or that insured you, that you were able to insure and uh, save their bacon, basically? Pigs, bacon.
Yeah.
Antoine making
Well,
puns.
I have the pleasure of partnering with our in-house mortgage broker, the amazing Mark Robertson,
Yes.
and he's had some clients that they were shopping the market trying to find a home insurance,
Mhm.
and it just was having a very challenging time. And he had a client, in the 10th hour sent over to us, and we
Yeah.
were able to assess their needs, provide them a solution. The clients were buying the home, but they were going to rent the home back to the previous owner. So it's you had to be able to structure the policy to provide landlord's insurance in the
Yeah.
interim until the actual buyers move into the home.
Yeah.
And so there's like 3 or 4 different policies that were wrapped into that equation to make sure that process worked, but also to give the client protection so that they can close on their mortgage in time and not delay. So it was really cool for my team and I to be able to structure that and organize that and provide a solution, because the client was ecstatic. She was like, "Oh my God, I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much." Because when you're buying a home, it's a lot that's coming in. The
Yeah.
emotional part of it, all the paperwork, and everything is on a time crunch, right? And if you
Yeah.
delay, someone's gonna get charged for that delay. Someone's gonna lose out on a deposit or whatever the case may be. So that was a really really cool experience to be able to come in at the last minute, because everyone else was just kind of not giving the client the best option, or at the last minute they didn't have a solution for them, and we were able to provide a sound solid solution for them. So that's a great success story for us as it pertains to being able to provide someone coverage that isn't a wildfire zone.
Yeah.
Another one that we have personally as the agency is we within Allstate, we were recognized as a premier agency, in which we were also the featured agency in the Allstate agency recruiting campaign. So our agency was personally handpicked in the state of California to represent and share our stories for people who are looking to become agency owners. And so
Oh,
if
cool.
anyone goes to allstate.com, new agent opportunities, they will
Yeah.
see my video, they will see myself, my staff. We're featured, kind of see a little blurb of our story as a family-owned business, with my military background, how I transitioned over into the civilian sector as an agency owner, and we
Yeah.
built our agency as a family-owned business. And so it's really cool when I get people from, all over East Coast, Midwest, like, hey, that our family or friends go, I saw your picture or your video on Allstate, da da da. I just had a previous BNI member that was in our chapter. He moved back to England. He's looking to come back to San Diego, and he was in the insurance business, and he's thinking to either become an agency owner or work with Allstate. And he sent me a snapshot of my photo from the site, like, hey, he's like, hey, mate, I see you on Allstate. How are things going, dude? I was like, things are going great, man. So it's really cool. So they're still using our story to be able to promote and try to recruit new agents. So
that's cool. Plus, BNI, the BNI world is huge, but it's very small at the same time, right? There's always like that. Oh, you're in BNI too? Then there's that immediate connection. No, but it's true, right?
You're right. It's kind of like the Marine Corps. The Marine Corps, we're a band of brothers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you come across another BNI member, and what's cool is that all BNI, the structure and the organization, is the same anywhere in the entire world, right? Yeah. And so when you can talk to another member from another state or from another country, it's so I love it when I talk to someone, a BNI member from another country that I visit, because then you're like, oh my God, wow, it's so cool. Like it's the same exact agenda that we have, and we have the same philosophy and the giver's game mentality. So it's really, really awesome.
No, absolutely. So let's following that up. Who's your ideal referral partner?
For us, it's mortgage brokers, loan officers, real estate agents, and auto car sales managers. And kind of break it down. Car sales managers, obviously, they're selling the cars. Client needs insurance. They drive the car off the lot, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes someone go into a lot and they fall in love with this, Z66 Mustang, whatever the case may be, but not realizing how much it costs. By the way. And not realizing how much insurance is going to be, and so then that can actually make or break the deal for that dealership, right? Because the client's like, wait, you know what? This is too expensive. I can't afford this car insurance and the car payment. So then we can hopefully come in and be able to provide a comparative quote and hopefully save some money and be able to save the deal. So, and then also if we bundle or package other products with that auto insurance, that will give them overall savings. So we're really good in working with different dealerships throughout San Diego County. We do have a few sales managers that we are their go-to person when it comes to insurance for their clients. And then obviously a real estate agent, they're selling homes to buyers, and we can come in and represent. And especially right now with the wildfire situation, a lot of realtors are having challenges because the client's like, I love the home, I want to put an offer, but when I looked at the insurance, it's way too high. I don't want that home. And the inventory is very scarce right now. So then that client may say, you know what, I'm going to wait till next year or 6 months to buy a home. And now that real estate agent loses out on an opportunity to be able to sell a home and, obviously provide for their family or for their, income needs. And then loan officers are great too as well, because obviously they're trying to package the loan and they want to make sure the client has the best costs, monthly to be able to afford the mortgage. And if we're able to come in and find a really great product as far as a solution for the home insurance at a great rate, that would be a great partnership. So we're able to provide their clients a good cost when it comes to the home insurance. So for us right now, those are our top partners that we work with right now, because again, as I mentioned, we do specialize in home and auto insurance. That's our bread and butter on a day-to-day.
Okay, cool. Well, that was awesome. Well, I think we're actually we're about done today. Okay. That was as always. Every time we get to chatting, I have a great time with you. So.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Appreciate everything that you do. You're awesome. Thank you very much.
Of course. And well, this is that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Adios.